My name is Mohammad Abdulmanan, and I'll be showing you and explaining to you how to communicate using the routing of Two LAN, configure each end user and routing interface, allowing them to communicate across the network. So first thing is, in this activity of Sir, we have this 1841 router, but mine is, yeah, it's same thing, but here is 295, but I'm using 2960, so it doesn't matter because it's the same switch. So kahit tanong switch gamitin nyo, either 2960 or 2950 or whatever, so it doesn't matter. And then pag use the copper straight, use this wire to basta connect, and then after that you also use this to switch and to router, switch into router. And after matapos yung lahat, ma-connect lahat, so kailangan pumunta sa CLI, which is CLI. And then here on this part, on this thing, the highlight, the first thing is you have to do is, if there's an config, if meron config if, example of this, if meron config if, just exit that thing, and then ang mayayari, mawawala yung config if, mawawaling if. So ang if ito is interface. So as an example of this router, config, so walang if, and then isulat yung interface fast internet. So actually we're using the fast internet. So kung ano yung switch mo papunta sa router, yun yung fast internet. And then 0 slash and 0. So itong part na to, which is on the left side, so this part, that's the part, that's another router or switch, I mean. And then another thing, you have to set an IP address on this switch tree or whatever on this left side. And then set the address, IP address 192.1.1.1, and then the gate, the subnet mask. And then after that, no shutdown, and then it will display this, that interface change state up to blah blah blah. So it changed. Now it set that this on left side is now 192.168.1.1. And then on the other part, what you're gonna do is enter. After this line, you have to enter, so you can go in this part. And then, as I said earlier kanina, config exit. So kailangan mo exit yan para mawala yung interface ng ano natin, fast internet 0.0. And then after that, enter may exit, and then punta ka sa router. And then makita mo wala na yung if interface. Now dito sa sunod na interface na isusulat mo, which is interface fast internet, and then which is this fast internet is 0-1, which is on this left side. Right side. So this one is 0-1 or /1. And then you will set the IP address. So IP address niya is 192.168.2.1, and then the subnet. Why it's 2.1? Because they're different network. Yeah, different network para gumana sila. So yeah, and then router no shutdown, and then after that it will state that the change state up to interface blah blah blah. Now after that, you will see yung orange or red magiging green. Excuse me. Okay. So parang ganyan. And then kasunod niyan is we're gonna try to communicate. No. Sorry. So we're gonna try to communicate. To this. So as you can see, that I tried to communicate the PC9 to our router. So after ng CLI ng ito, you have to set each static, you have to configure them, IP config. So on my left side, I config them. The IP address is this thing, and then kasunod neto and subnet, and then the gateway. So the gateway it will be the same thing, 1.1.1, and then on the IP address it will be different. So kapag kasunod neto, which is the PC1, on my PC1 is gonna be different. It's now 1.11. The same goes thing on my PC2, 12, and then PC3, 13, and PC4, 14. Now on my right side, which is on my fast internet 0/1, now you will see on my right that in this IP config it's different. So which is ID 192.168.2.10, and then the gateway is different also, which is on the left side, which is it's 1.1, but here on the right side it's 2.1. And then same goes thing with the IP address. It will be changed as this 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh yeah, and then yeah, example of that, that's 12, that's 13, wait, this is 12, right? Yeah, and then this is 14. Okay, so after that, how can we communicate them? Actually, we can use the, what do you call this, the config or the command line. We can use the terminal, but I prefer using this message, using this, and then you will transfer it. And how will you know if it's success or not? You will see it on here in this part, successful, the PC router to router destination router, so it's successful. So yeah, that's how you communicate to LAN. And yeah, thank you for listening.